If your history books make you think about the great wars of the past, you might find today's headlines eerily familiar. The echoes of World War I and II seem to reverberate through the current geopolitical landscape, especially when we look at the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The situation is complex, with layers of historical grievances, political maneuvering, and human suffering. Let's dive deeper into this intricate web of events and understand the current state of affairs. The parallels between the early 20th century and today are striking. Just as the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand set off a chain reaction leading to World War I, the annexation of Crimea in 2014 has had far-reaching consequences. Today's headlines might just feel like déjà vu, with nations once again on the brink of large-scale conflict. The world watches with bated breath as diplomatic efforts are made to prevent further escalation. Ukraine has been at the center of this geopolitical storm. Recently, Ukraine has accepted a 30-day ceasefire proposed by the United States, signaling a potential pause in the ongoing conflict. This ceasefire is seen as a glimmer of hope in an otherwise bleak situation. However, the path to peace is fraught with challenges and uncertainties. The U.S. peace proposal aims to create a window of opportunity for more comprehensive negotiations. Diplomats from various countries have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to broker this temporary truce. The hope is that this ceasefire will lead to a more lasting peace agreement, but the road ahead is uncertain. The signing of the ceasefire agreement was a momentous occasion, marked by cautious optimism. Leaders from both sides shook hands, symbolizing a tentative step towards peace. However, the real test lies in the implementation and adherence to this agreement on the ground. Russia's response to the ceasefire has been lukewarm. While the ceasefire offers a temporary respite, Russia insists on addressing underlying issues and establishing robust monitoring mechanisms. The Kremlin's stance is that without resolving these deeper issues, any ceasefire would be merely a temporary band-aid on a festering wound. Russian officials have been vocal about their concerns. They argue that the ceasefire must be accompanied by concrete steps to address security concerns and political grievances. Press conferences and diplomatic meetings have been filled with discussions on how to ensure that this ceasefire leads to a more permanent solution. Military analysts are closely monitoring the situation. They emphasize the importance of having effective monitoring mechanisms in place to ensure compliance with the ceasefire. Without proper oversight, there is a risk that hostilities could resume at any moment, undermining the fragile peace. Meanwhile, fighting continues in eastern Ukraine and the Kursk region. Despite the ceasefire agreement, skirmishes and clashes have been reported, leading to heavy casualties on both sides. The human cost of this conflict is staggering, with countless lives disrupted and communities torn apart. The Kursk region in particular has seen intense